everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today we have the LeetCode daily problem, minimum deletions to make string case special. So here in this problem we are given a string of the alphabet characters, and here we have the string with A, B, C, A, B, and A, and our task is that we need to return the minimum number of the characters and to make the given string become case special. So what is the case special? So the case special, it means that we need to satisfy the condition of the frequency between any two characters smaller or equal than k. And the things we can do that we have a k in here, and then we can delete some of the characters and our task is to find the minimum value of number of characters we need to delete. Okay, so in here we as an example, and then we have the k equal to 0, and then here we are given the word with the frequency, and somehow we can draw the frequency of this one as a is equal to 4, right? B equal to, the frequency is the 2, and the c is what? C is 1. Okay, so to make the frequency we can need to remain that case special in here 0 special, and then so somehow we need to delete the B and delete the C frequency, and two occurrence of B and one occurrence of C. So here we can keep the A, just and we only have the A, and the frequency will be for -4, that is 0, so we can satisfy the problem. However, in here this is the special case, so I will modify this problem a little bit for us to understand the problem better. Okay, so just delete this one first. Okay, so in here, of course, our very first thing we need to do, that we need to calculate the frequency. So we can use the array, or we can use the hash map, and so here I prefer to use an array, for example. So here with my array, and then it would just 26 elements, because we want to represent for the 26 alphabet characters. So in here frequency of A, B, and frequency of C, and so on and so forth. We have so many things here until we have the Z. So here in the first example, so the frequency of A is 4, B is 2, and C is 1, and here the frequency of the rest characters is 0, 0, 0. Okay, so we have another way to represent these numbers. So here we can imagine that is a pile. This one is the pile, this one is another pile, and this one is another pile, and the rest is also the pile, but with the 0 frequency. Okay, so that is a pile. To better understand the problem and we can approach to the solution, I will modify this k a little bit, that is equal to 2, for example. And so here this one is the A, B, and C. Okay, so how can we delete some of the occurrence in the string to make it satisfy the gap between all of the characters smaller or equal than 2. So in here intuitively we can see the gap between the max and the min frequencies. In here that is the gap, right? The gap is 3. It does not satisfy the case special because k equal to 2. So we have some strategies for this. Okay, so the first strategy is we delete the frequency of A. Delete frequency of A by 1, right? And then we have this one is 3, this one is 1, and then we can see the gap is 2. Okay, we satisfy the problem, the condition. The second approach, we can keep this one is 4, keep this one is 2, and keep this one is 1, but we delete this one, and the gap now it is between the 4 and 2. Also it satisfies the problem, right? Okay, so from these two approaches, and we have something to do. So for the first approaches, and then somehow like we can see that like in here, let's say that this one is the lowest frequency, right? Let's say this one is the frequency of this one is the x, and this one is the y. Okay, so in here, like how many occurrence we need to delete in this case? Because we have that, we can observe that because y greater than x plus k, so it requires us to delete the y minus x plus k occurrence. Okay, okay, that is the first one. Okay, the second one, it will give us another intuition. So we can see that in here, what if we, because this one we consider one is the lowest frequency, right? Okay, what if I delete one? So this one can is the lowest frequency one. Okay, so what is the intuition in here? So it means that any pal can be the lowest frequency one. Okay, so if, for example, in this case, what if the b is the lowest frequency characters, and then if anything smaller than b, we need to delete it, delete it. Okay, and then we apply the same logic to the a when we compare the a and b. Okay, so let's just do it. So here, like our strategy in here is that we will fix one pal, and then we will consider that pal as the lowest frequency. We iteratively compare with other pal. Okay, so for example, in here we have the 4, we have 2, and here we have 1. 4, 2, and 1. So here that is the A, B, and C. Okay, the first case, we fix the A as the lowest frequency, for example, and then let's see how many occurrence we need to delete. Okay, so let's say this one is the smallest, and then so it mean that it fit to the logic in here. So okay, so in here, let's say this one is the x and this one is the y, right? The frequency. Okay, so we need to define the logic in here. If y smaller than x, and then we delete all y, delete all the occurrence, because we want to make the x become the lowest frequency one. Okay, okay, so here like, okay, so here like a, right? And then we visit b. Okay, it 2 smaller than 4, right? Delete 1 smaller than 4. Okay, delete. So how many deletions we need to make? In here we need to delete 2 plus 1. In here we have 3 deletions. Okay, okay, and the second one. Okay, we do it iteratively. Okay, 4, 2, and 1. So for now we are in the B. Let's say that, what if we consider the B is the lowest frequency one? Okay, so here form 4 minus 2, right? Okay, that is to satisfy this condition. Satisfied, we don't need to do anything. However, like this one smaller, we need to delete it, right? So here, how many deletions we need? 1. Okay, the first one, the last one, 4, 2, and 1, right? So for now we consider this part as the lowest frequency, the value of 1. So we could check with this one, it's okay. However, this 4 is hence a problem. We apply the logic in here, Okay, so it means that in here, like, we need to delete 4 minus 2. This is a k, right? Plus x is equal to 1. So we need to delete 1. So here, like, we have 2 possible cases which can satisfy our problems. So in here, because we can look back, so how many parts we have at most? Yeah, we always can consider 26 characters. So number of the parts in here, that is like, yeah, just 26. So it can help us to satisfy the conditions of like the range of the number of the occurrence. Okay, so let's go back to the programming, and then we will apply this logic into our problem and solve it. Okay, so here, so firstly, we need to find the frequency. we predefine an array of 26 characters first, and I will initialize the values of the character as zeros, and so we will get the frequency of the okay. So however, in here, like, we have one things we need to consider to optimize our problem. Yeah, so we don't need to consider the zero cases, so that's why, like, we can ignore the zero frequency. Okay, so I will introduce the non-zero frequency. Okay, just check. Okay, this is here. Okay, so for now we can because, like, in here we need to initialize the results value as the length of words. Because, like, of course we can delete at most yeah, length of words, right? Yeah, the frequencies, we delete all the things. To satisfy. Okay, so the result will be the length of the word. I mean the predefined value. That is the maximum value we have. So for now we will get the length of the non-zero frequency, and then so here, like, ith will be the index for the x in here. For example, like, ith in here, and this one, like, we fix the I here, and in this case we have the I here. That is the index. Okay, so in here, like, we need to initialize the number of deletions, and we have the j and as well, but we don't want to consider the case where I equal to j, so we continue. And so for this, and then we check the non-zero frequency of I. If it is greater than the non-zero frequency of the j, right? So this case is what? This case is the x greater than y. Okay, so this is the case of x greater than y. So what should we do? So this is the case x greater than y. So we need to get the number of deletion. We delete all the y, right? Okay, so what if the non-zero frequency of j, right, greater than the non-zero frequency of I plus k? And our logic is what? Here, like, y greater than x plus k, right? And then we need to get the non-deletion. We will add it up as this one. Okay. And because we are finding the mean value, so for now we just need to get the mean, and then the rest, and the number of deletion. We return the rest. Okay, cool. So let's submit. Okay, so yeah, so I think that this problem, I think this problem is quite interesting, and yeah, I hope that you can learn something from this problem as me. So yes, so again, thank you for watching my video, and thank you for follow me during the time I make this video. If you find this video is useful for you, please give me a like, or if you can just give me a comment for me to what you think about my video and how can I help you in the future. Yeah, thank you so much to watch my video. Yeah, see you again.